Where I'm from, breakfast is an absolute joke. It's either dessert with a side of bacon or it's a protein shake that tastes like asphalt.
My muscles.
Really, buds? Breakfast is the only thing that's a joke in your country? Stop waving your arms around and tell them about Filipino food, dummy. Here in the Philippines, breakfast is something entirely different. You're gonna get savory porridges. A lot of it's gonna include rice, beef, pork, chicken, fish, and sometimes it's gonna include parts of an animal that many of you don't want to admit exists. We used to think Western breakfast was normal, but maybe that breakfast brain rot back home is why 77 million morons voted for the Tangerine Tyrant. Okay, so what we're doing here is today I'm going to show you guys a few different places. We're going to run around. We're going to try some of the more traditional Filipino breakfast. Where we are right now is a place called Kanto Freestyle Breakfast. They do a little bit more of an elevated version, but I came here in particular because there's a couple things that I want to show you that are harder to find. Some of the ones I'm going to show you guys today, you'll find on every street corner. Like literally walk down any road and you'll find it just about everywhere. It's all over the place. So the first thing I'm going to start off with here though, one of their breakfast items that they have here is a honey garlic chicken, garlic fried rice, and you get a little dip here with it. I've never had this here before, so I don't know. We're going to see right now. It's like a garlic aioli. Here we go. It just works. The chicken is honey garlic, so there is a tinge of sweetness to it, but it's not overly salty. It's fried perfectly, coated in this little awesome honey garlic sauce. That is what I'm going to be honest with you here. I ordered this because they said it's a bestseller, and it is done perfectly. It is really good, and it's a huge portion that you get. And I guess since we are talking about breakfast, we should probably go ahead and clarify. Like most of the world doesn't do this overly sweet breakfast like we do in the U.S. especially. You Canadians aren't out of the woods either. You guys do it too. But it's overly sweet there. Like Europe doesn't do a whole lot of overly sweet breakfast. It's more cheeses and cold cuts and breads, things like that. You don't get overly sweet breakfast anywhere that I know of outside of North America, unless you're specifically in an American restaurant in a foreign country, or Tim Hortons even here in Canada. Philippines. All right, let's go in. I'm going to use a little bit of their garlic aioli in the sauce. Get another piece of the chicken torn off of here. I'm going to get the skin. That is a giant piece of skin that I am going to try and shove in my mouth right now. They're bringing me one of the other dishes right now. It's fine. Go ahead, bring it down. Yeah, pandesal, perfect. That's one of the things that I came here for, because you can't find it just everywhere here. Awesome. Everything else I'm showing you outside of here is very familiar to me. Like, this is fun. I've been to this place once before, and it had great food. So I was a little shocked that this is like one of the only places, one of these dishes in particular, I cannot find very many places. So, yeah, food's here awesome. And it's a little bit more of an elevated Filipino breakfast, but it's not overly expensive. I think this was right at 500 pesos. So $10 for, and I've got 3 dishes and a coffee. Oh man. Something else I want to show you here real quick is this one here. Hopefully it doesn't all fall over on me. This is actually very simple. You can find this at quite a few places, but I was going to be here anyway for one particular dish, so I went ahead and got it from here. And what this is pandesal. Now, one thing I'll tell you about pandesal, it's got this little crumbly texture on it. What they do is right before it's baked, it's like breadcrumbs that they coat it in. So it's like a sandy texture to the outside of it. And despite its name, pandesal is not normally overly salty of a bread. It's a little bit more on the sweet side. Here at Kanto Freestyle Kitchen, you get a couple of spreads with it. I don't know what's what here. It's supposed to be a cream cheese, a butter, and then a pimento or a pimento basil. But I just wanted to show you this because what would normally happen with pandesal, especially if you're not loaded with money, pandesal you can buy pretty cheap everywhere. So we got a coffee here. What you would do with your pandesal. Now, every time I've seen people do this, I've always seen them do it with like a 3-in-1 type coffee or a sweet milky coffee. I prefer a black coffee, so that's the way I go with it. And if my understanding is correct, that's the way pandesal was supposed to be. It was always black coffee, pandesal. Dip your pandesal. Just fantastic. I'm not necessarily out here to plug a restaurant, but if you're in the area, there's I think 4 locations that they have around Metro Manila. I'm in Mandaluyong right now. Or I guess I should say Pasig. I'm actually over towards Capitoyo. Check them out. Yeah, this place is fantastic. Good, strong black coffee. Okay, let's try out these spreads. I'm going to use a knife now for the first time in God knows how long. Let's go with this one first. I'm going to assume this is cream cheese. Just get a little bit on there. Doesn't taste like cream cheese. That's quesong puti. That's quesong puti is a white cheese made specifically here in the Philippines. It's delicious. And it actually works really well with the pandesal. I think this used to be a menu item. I don't think it is anymore. And I asked what they do is they do a spam desal. So they'll do like a spam pandesal sandwich. And they also do a pandesal with eggs Benedict. And when I asked, they were like, no, that's all we have. And I was like, you can keep the Benedict. Can I just get the pandesal? That's all I want. Keep the eggs. Oh, it's nice. It's like a pimento butter. That's really good. Pandesal is awesome. Their little spreads are amazing as well. It's really good. So the last one I'm going to do here at Kanto Freestyle Breakfast. This is the one that's hard to find. You can find it, but you've got to look for it. Like, it's not just everywhere that you look here. Now, what this is called is champorado. Champorado is a rice porridge, and this is a chocolate version of it. So the chocolate that's normally going to be used in champorado is tablea. So make no mistake, this isn't your North American overly sweet Hershey bar with 700 million milligrams of sugar in it. This is tablea chocolate, so it's a bit more subtle. It's a bit more like dark chocolate, so it's got a deeper flavor, not nearly as sweet. But this is where champorado gets interesting, because what you get here with champorado is fish, salted and dried fish. So this is tuyo. What kind of fish this is, I don't know. Tuyo is normally, it's a species of herring. I don't remember what they call it here in the Philippines, but it's a salted and dried fish that goes into your champorado. So you get that little subtle sweetness, then you get this saltiness follows up with the fish. And as you let the fish sit inside the champorado, it saltens the whole thing. So you get a little bit of a smoky, salty flavor from the fish, and then you get the rice porridge, chocolate rice porridge, which is a little bit sweet as well, and it's unbelievably delicious. Just take your fish plates, dump them right in there. Now, every time I've had champorado, it's always been dilis, which is anchovies that they use for it. But we're just gonna let the fish sit for a minute and go straight on into the champorado. It's a little bit of a thicker consistency because it is rice. It's just turned into a porridge with chocolate. It is super satisfying. So you can see, I got myself a little piece. I don't know if it's showing up for you. Try and bring it up there. I don't know if you can see the piece of fish sitting in there as well. So we get the fish and the champorado. Yeah, you get that beautiful smoky, fishy flavor back behind it. I know as a North American, if you're North American, that does not sound good, but it is unbelievably delicious. Beautiful saltiness from it. Oh, that is good. There's no way that I can really show you this here. So here, we're just gonna try and do this. So you can see. what we have happening there. And what this is this is called Goto. And what Goto is a rice porridge. So if you don't know what rice porridge is, you've probably heard the phrase kanji before. And the difference with a Goto or a lugaw in the Philippines compared to kanji, and all due respect, I love Singaporean food. And anywhere else you're going to find kanji. But what I find with kanji in most countries is it's extremely bland. Doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. You're adding other stuff to it to try and give it something. I don't find many people do it very well. But Goto and lugaw in the Philippines, we're talking, yeah, you bring it right on in. This is perfect. Rest of my order's coming right now.
Isaw lang muna.
Isaw, perfect. Salamat po. So anyways, Goto and lugaw in the Philippines, the difference between this and kanji that you find everywhere else in the world is how well it's seasoned. It's tons of ginger, onions, and garlic. So there's this deep depth of flavor to Goto. So a difference between lugaw and Goto, Goto is normally going to have a lot of additions to it. Normally you'll start off with tripe is going to be added into this. I'm not sure if they put that in this or not, but I've also ordered some chicken isaw. So once again, if you don't know what isaw is, that is, this is grilled. This is chicken intestines. We've got a deep fried liempo little platter here. Also got some chicharron bulaklak. So what chicharron bulaklak is mesentery. That's the lining around the stomach of a pig. And what bulaklak means, translated over, is flour. And that's what it looks like when it's deep fried. Looks like a flower. So that's where the name came from. So the place I'm at right now, so you guys are aware, is a place called Goto Believe. There's a lot of places. This is one of these things that you can find literally all over the country. Walk down any road, you're going to run into a lugaw or a Goto shop. This place just happens to be one of my favorite ones because they do an extremely spicy Goto as well. So there's two things that I like in Goto. One is fish sauce. Let me just sprinkle up some calamansi on everything here. So what I like to do with Goto, first I'm going to try it. It's hot, it's awesome. It's a thick, it's spicier than I'm used to as well. To get that mixed all around in there. Tell me how this wouldn't beat pancakes every day. What I do, I take my isaw and dip in the Goto as well. Oh man. I know if you're a Westerner, intestines has to sound weird, but just try them. If you make it to the Philippines, try it. I'm telling you, there's nothing off-putting about it at all. Like some things I could see where it might freak people out a little bit. Chicken isaw tastes like chicken. It doesn't taste like it's some weird internal organ. It's just super freaking tasty. It's so good. Chicken intestines, rice porridge. That's breakfast. I want to drop that isaw right into the Goto. So the reason I had him bring out the chicharron bulaklak and the fried liempo on the side, that's vinegar that I'm pouring in there now. It's spiced vinegar. But the reason I had him bring it out on the side, a lot of people will add it right into their Goto. Me, I like it off to the side so it remains crisp and crunchy. It just gets too soggy for me in there. So we got a piece of tripe in here now. I don't know if that's going to show up there for you. Try. But we got a big tripe in there. Nice and meaty. It's savory. It's spicy. The Goto is just seasoned so beautifully. You still get that strong hint of garlic in it. I'm gonna get a hold of this chicharron bulaklak. And this is huge. And yes, that's just more vinegar I'm pouring on it. It's almost just like eating chicharron with a little bit of chewiness inside of it, but it's super crispy. Spiced vinegar is really good. chicharron bulaklak. Chase it back with a little bit of goto as well. Oh, it's so good. This is absolutely a perfect filling breakfast. Tons of flavor, tons of flavor profiles. It's sweet, it's salty. Oh, there's just so much happening with it. Unbelievably good. But yeah, this isn't going to make sense to a lot of you out there. I'm just speaking to one of my viewers in particular that I go back and forth with all the time. Sador, chicharron bulaklak. Are you doing that one there? I know you're good with isaw, but I don't know about chicharron bulaklak. Are you going to do that one? Yeah, with the goto. Me personally, I like the fish sauce addition to it. It just adds another little punch of umami to the whole thing. And with everything that's already happening with the seasoning, it's just unbelievably good. Alright, I gotta give their liempo a try. It's a deep fried liempo. Check that out. Another piece of isaw, more goto. So good. And here's another important point. Like with goto, it's filling. Like this big bowl, this is gonna last me all day long. Obviously I gotta eat some more for you guys, so I'm gonna eat more. But if I come and order a big bowl of goto, a couple of little sides there, this is more than I would normally do. I wouldn't normally do this much liempo, chicharron, bulaklak, isaw, and everything else. I'm only doing that for the video here. But this would normally last me for the entire day. Like I don't need to eat until nighttime at that point there. But let's go with a piece of their liempo. It's fantastic. Get a little side of banana ketchup with it. It's just fall apart pieces of meat that are inside of there. It's super tender. There's little strips of pork belly in there. See how easy? I'm able to just bite right through that. This is dumb. I'm gonna have to stop here because I have more stuff to film for you guys. But this is just a fantastic breakfast. Like you don't need, and whatever else I'm showing you today, this is the only thing you need. This is awesome. All right, we're doing one more round of tocilog meals here. Now I've showed you guys a lot of different breakfasts today, but this is like the OG. But I brought you to one place in particular because of this. It's not just for breakfast. You can go at this whenever you want. I am at a place right now called Pit Stop Bar and Grill. It's on Pioneer Street. I live literally 2 minutes away from here. So that's why I'm bringing you here. We're gonna do 3 different tocilog meals here. So we got a tapsilog here. I've got a bangsilog here, and I've got a tocilog here. Normally, you're not going to find beer in a whole lot of places, but literally, this is a meal that it's not going to be just for breakfast. You can literally get it any time of day, almost everywhere. Walk down any road, you'll find it. All right, but here we go. The beef topping that they use here is big hunks of beef as well. Now, what you do is grab your soda or your vinegar. Let's go with just that. Let's just try this right on its own first. But they're totally good. To be completely transparent here, it's the first time I've ever been to this place before. Alright, so I got myself a little bit of calamansi and soy sauce, a little bit of vinegar, some chilies mixed up here. Good. It's just stupid good. You can't tell me that you would rather have a stack of pancakes with tons of butter and whipped cream and chocolate and all this other crap all over it than something like this that's actually going to stick in your gut. Like, it's crazy good. While it is a traditional breakfast, it's a perfect drinking meal as well. All right, so the next one we're going to do here is tocilog. And this is the tocino that I was telling you about. So try and get it up there. Hopefully that focuses in for you. So you can see what it is a sweetened and cured pork. And it's delicious. So I showed you champorado earlier. So this is about your extent of sweet breakfast in the Philippines. You're not going to find a whole lot more that's sweeter than these two here, and they're nothing like a North American type of sweet. Once again, you got to get your vinegar mixed into this. I do a little bit of the soy sauce and the chili mixture in here as well. Oh yeah, let's run a little test here. See how hot the chilies are. A little bit of burn to it, not much. I'm not going to be in the lie to you and tell you it's the best silog meals that I've ever had, but it's very, very good. Just so you're also aware that normally when you get a silog meal, you're also going to get a sabaw with it as well, which is a soup. I obviously, because I'm eating so much, I don't want it. Because I'm not a big fan of soup for one. Two, I don't have room for it. And I sit here and keep shoveling more rice on it. Last one that we're going to do here. This is the bone. It's not boneless. The last one we're going to do here is the boneless, which is, once again, it's a milk fish. But before I go too far into this, you got to be careful for the bones. There are little small bones, but you can see how soft that is. They're completely edible. But let's just grab a piece of the milk fish itself, dip into our little chili mixture. You can see there's little tiny sliver bones in it, but you can literally eat them. Like they're not gonna do anything to you at all. Get a little bit of everything in here. Get some egg. Get the bones here. All right, let's see if any of these big bones. Okay, here. I don't know if you can see it, but it'll literally just fall apart. There's nothing sharp about them at all. These are the breakfast champions, for sure. Maybe the best part about breakfast here in the Philippines is I don't have to worry about Benedict Bone Spurs trying to add a tariff to my vinegar. What? All right, that's the end of my Filipino breakfast meals for this particular video here. Believe me, I'm just scratching the surface. Like, there's so many more that we can sit here and talk about forever. Literally, we can go on forever. Biggest takeaway you're going to get from Filipino breakfast: don't overthink it. Just eat it. It will sort itself out afterwards. That much I promise you. And besides, you can always give your body a little bit of a break from the absolute sugar rush that you're getting from the North American breakfast. But that's it, guys. I'm out of here. See you guys next week.